Hello, happy Sunday. Happy Mother's Day. This is a special one for me because my guest is my oldest boy, Kash. We want to say happy Mother's Day to all the moms. The pet moms, the plant moms, the aunts that are like moms, the daughters and sons that are loving on their mamas or missing their mamas. So let me let Kash in. Hi, son.
Hi,
How are you?
good.
Are you regretting your decision?
Uh, no, what
No?
decision?
To say yes to me? What are you drinking?
Water.
Oh, what did you bring us to drink?
Mountain Dew frostbite, because you've never had it before.
It's kind of terrible, Kash.
Hmm.
It very much tastes like the syrup from a Hawaiian snow cone.
Isn't that good though?
I mean, I guess it's good. Do you want to introduce yourself? Then I'm going to ask you 20 questions.
Okay.
Okay. Introduce yourself.
My name is Kash. I'm 16. I just got my driver's
Yeah.
license.
Yes, you did. Are you proud of yourself?
Yeah, it was a long, hard battle.
Was it?
Everyone made fun of me. They said I couldn't brake, that I couldn't control the speed. But now look at me. I can go to Walmart and get Mountain Dew frostbite by myself.
You did. You went to Walmart by yourself to get Mountain Dew Frostbite.
Hmm.
Um, do you like driving, Car?
I do like driving.
Do you just like the freedom of it, or do you actually physically
I
like to
like
drive
it because it's kind of like a second room. There's like now there's two spaces that I can be like,
by yourself?
yeah, yeah.
That's cool. Okay, I can get behind that long drive by yourself. There's a
Hmm.
lot of clarity that can come from a road trip. You ready for my questions, Cash?
Hmm.
Have you ever watched one of these? You know the rules, Cash. That is very noisy because it's metal on metal. Okay.
It's glass on metal.
Okay, stop for real. It's really noisy. Okay. Do you know how these work?
Yeah.
Okay. You can elaborate if you'd like to, but otherwise we'll just blast through them.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Sushi rolls or cinnamon rolls?
Sushi rolls.
Okay. Animated or live action?
Animated if it's good. Like if it's good animation.
Okay. Would you rather read or write?
I guess read. I like writing though.
Well, which do you prefer?
Reading.
Okay. Okay. Do you like black and white or do you like color? He's 16.
Color. I like color.
Okay. Would you rather have a good laugh or a good cry?
A good laugh. Because then that leads you to a good cry.
Okay. Is it your style to fess up or to fib?
Fib.
Would you rather play the game or watch the game?
Watch the game.
Uh, um, would you look at the world as half or the situation as half full or half empty?
Have full.
Yeah, I think that's true about you. You're pretty optimistic, right?
Right.
Okay. Do you like old stuff or new stuff?
I guess I like old stuff.
Okay. Would you rather go to the flea market or the farmer's market?
The farmer's market.
Okay. How about would you rather have a big house or a big yard?
A big yard.
Would you rather travel by car or by plane?
By car.
Uh, Abroad or in the US?
Abroad, because I've been a lot of places in the U.S.
You've been a lot of places abroad as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you prefer to see city lights or a starry night?
Starry night.
I'm surprised by that answer, Cash. Um, would you rather take a swim or take a hike?
Take a swim.
Uh, would you a lot of people or a lot of
A
animals?
lot of animals.
Okay. Play the music or listen to the music?
Listen to the music, because they're better than I am.
Okay. Would you rather have a long grounding as punishment or a long lecture?
A long lecture, because then the other person has to get tired.
You mean they're putting in more work than you are?
No, like a grounding, no one get like I'm the one that gets tired. A lecture, I just have to last until I have to
You
last
just have to
longer than them.
endure.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Um, would you rather have a mom boss or a new boss for your first job?
A mom, so you as my boss or someone else as my boss?
Correct.
Um, you, you,
Really?
yeah,
Why am I surprised about that?
because you kind of been around me more, so you can kind of
Mm.
put up with my stuff for longer.
Okay. Would you rather lead or follow?
Lead,
Okay. And would you rather move or stay?
move.
Okay. That was good. That was fun, actually, Cash. Do you think or no?
It was fun for you. It was
What
pretty
about for you?
fun. It was fun.
Okay. I didn't ask you what is better, Christmas or Easter.
Oh, uh, Christmas because other people care about it more.
Okay.
Like you can go drive and see the lights and stuff.
Yeah, that's fun, huh? Son, tell me about why you want to move.
Um, I like trees.
Okay.
A pastel
So you're just
doesn't have
looking
trees.
for
Like
that's
I like green, not tan.
okay. What are you looking forward to the most?
Probably, I guess the new high school. I think I'm pretty excited for that.
Yeah.
Um, I also like I just like the idea of having there's changing like room style.
Mm, the decor,
Yeah,
restyling your
my bedroom.
surroundings.
Yeah.
Hmm. It's interesting how much you like that.
Why is that interesting?
Because I think you tend to really not care about what the state of your room is, it seems, at
Well,
least in
I
terms of
care.
tidiness.
No, but I care that I like it. I don't care
Okay.
that it's dirty. That doesn't change my opinion on it. But like when I put like a cool poster on the wall, that
Okay.
makes me think, oh, that's cool.
Hmm. Okay. I get that. What are you looking forward to the least?
Hmm. I think, I guess you kind of have to learn the locations. Like you have to learn the roads and everything and where everything is.
All the conveniences?
Yeah.
Is that part kind of exciting too?
That part's exciting because then you can like, you have to get in your car and just drive around,
Hmm.
which I like.
Hmm.
Um, oh, I don't like that. What kind of equally far from everybody.
Family
Yeah.
members. Yeah, because we're going to be like
Like no
central.
one's close, but like all like the people that were close are further,
Mhm.
but the people that were further are closer. So kind of like
Some,
everyone's kind of,
yeah.
it's kind of more averaged out,
Okay.
which I'd rather have to only travel a little bit for some people than travel a lot for some people.
Right. How are you feeling about the social side of a new school?
I don't think it'll be very hard. You just do what you do, and then you just sit down somewhere and then talk.
Do you feel like that's like a typical response from a 16-year-old to feel that way about going into a new school, or do you think that's unique to you?
Well, for movies, everyone's like, I don't want to be the new kid.
Sure,
I don't care about being the new kid, though.
but you don't care. That's good. Don't you think? Don't you think that's a blessing that you have fewer social anxieties than your peers?
I don't think that's a blessing. I think that's just me.
I think
Um,
it's a strength, though.
it's
Maybe
a strength.
blessing is the wrong
It's a
word.
strength. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a
but
strength that you have.
that's all me.
It's true that I think it's very unique to you that how few social anxieties you have.
Hmm.
Do you feel like that helps you understand your peers, or does that like kind of make it harder to understand your peers and their drama
I
and
think I
such?
already know, like I know of it, and that makes me better because, like, you don't want to talk to someone like if you don't know, like side A, side B. You don't if you're trying to decide side A or side B, you want to talk to someone that's doesn't know side A or side B. If you talk to someone side B, they're gonna have a bias. So
True.
like a shy kid talking to a shy kid is like, oh, should we go to a party? They're both gonna say no because they're both shy.
Okay. So
But
you
like
feel like you can be a good like
middleman,
opposite for people?
yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. How do you normally get involved in your friends' drama, or or is it kind of carefree?
I don't get involved with it as much as I just say, this is what I think. You do you, and then I leave
Do they tend
because I
to
got my
listen?
stuff to do. I listen and then I offer advice, but I'm not gonna like put myself in it.
Do you, do you think they listen to you though?
Depends on like what it is. It's like it's their own personal bias, and then when I'm saying the right, well, not the right thing, a good thing, no, the right thing. When I'm saying the right thing, like I always do, um, and then they're like, but I don't want to do that because I want this. But what you want isn't real. What's real is real.
What do you mean?
Okay,
What you
I'm like
want isn't
use
real?
an example. Like two people are breaking up, and person A is like talking to me is like, oh, but I need person B so much. I love person B so much. And then I say, well, person B doesn't love you, so you kind of got to move on.
Hmm.
And then person A will just repeat their own stuff, and I'm like, so dude, try this, try this. If that doesn't work out, go find someone else.
Oh,
Fish in the sea.
hmm. How do you feel about 16-year-old love?
Uh, I don't know, because I don't know what love feels like. So like, if it's like I kind of feel about everyone the same way,
Hmm.
unless I don't like somebody.
Sure.
So if it's that way, if it is actually that way, then I don't care for it at all. But I'm assuming it's different.
Hmm.
So I have to like that's kind of like a world I'm not familiar with, so it's kind of odd for me.
Okay.
But I'll say like all the middle schoolers say they have girlfriends, and I'm saying no, you don't, because what does that even mean? And they're
Good for
like,
you.
you don't have to have a certain age to start dating. And I'm like, yeah, but you don't like, do you go on dates? Like, what is a girlfriend? What is a boyfriend, you know? Like,
Do you think that there is an age, or do you think it's a maturity level, or
I
maybe
think
just that you've met your person, or what do you think it is that will
I
determine
think
that for you?
I think there's an age that actually is considered dating is like if it anything before high school doesn't count unless it started in middle school and went to high school.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
that's my general rule of it.
Okay, so pretty much to each his own,
Yeah.
right? Okay. Do you have certain people that you're really gonna miss?
Yeah. I
How
got
many? About
hmm,
average?
I would say I'm gonna miss I feel like I'm gonna miss a lot of the teachers more than a lot of the students.
Hmm.
But I got a handful of kids I'm gonna miss. Like my best friend and stuff. But there's a lot of kids I can say I'm
You've been,
happy I'm moving away.
you've been at this school for 5 years, and you've grown a lot since you've been there.
Hmm.
Like not just physically, because you've done that too, but you have grown, I think, socially a lot since you've been there. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
So are you hoping that kind of getting ripped out of there and plopped in a new school is going to just perpetuate that growth, or
I think I'm just gonna be like a super social butterfly and everyone's gonna be surprised by that.
yeah, that would be
Mhm.
surprising.
There's gonna be all these small town kids, right? That are probably all introverted and like
Why?
only
Why
and
just because
only
they're small town kids does that mean they're
well,
introverted?
because there's like 10 kids that you know, and you hang out with your chickens more than you hang out with actual people. So,
Gosh. Do you think
which that
that's
will be me,
true?
but that's not because I don't like people. That's because I like chickens.
Okay. It's a good way to look at it, Cash. I'm glad you're not intimidated by this whole process. I think um, the question I get a lot is how does your son feel about this moving in the middle of high school? But you seem to be really open to the news.
Oh yeah, there would be no negatives if like tomorrow my like two friends said, "Hey, I'm also moving to Manhattan, Kansas," and I'd be like, "Wow, that's pretty cool," and then
Okay.
I'd have no negatives.
Okay. Cool. That makes me happy, being that I don't have a lot of control over this, nor would I have any control over how you feel about it. So
Well,
I think
it's just because all the houses we've looked at, I'm happy with, but like
mm.
so
So
the
the house is gonna make it or
house
break
is
it for
gonna
you.
make it. I don't know if it's gonna break it. It's just gonna make it less stable.
Okay. Let's talk about autism quickly.
Oh,
You
oh boy.
tell me how, come on.
Okay.
I want you to tell them your perspective, how it is from your perspective, what it is like being kind of labeled with the diagnosis, like that, all the things.
Okay, so I like it. Okay, so I'm not super autistic. I know a lot of really autistic people
Hmm.
that they're like, I don't like them. It's not that I don't like them. They're just really loud
Hmm.
and very talkative. Like that's how I used to be, and I see myself in them
Hmm.
now, or my old self. My
Hmm.
glasses self is what I call it,
Hmm.
and I hate that. I'm like,
Okay.
ugh, I used to do that. Shut up, Derek, or
Right.
whatever.
Okay. Okay.
But I think there's a lot of types of autistic. Like I'm the I can lock and make this presentation in 20 minutes before it's due.
Mm-hmm.
Not the, oh, I'm really obsessed with My Little Pony autistic.
Okay.
Or
Well,
the,
it is a spectrum, right? You know,
right.
you know that there's people all over that spectrum, and you are what they would consider highly functional. But um, do you think that within the spectrum you have parts that maybe you're quote unquote more autistic than other parts of your personality?
Well, yeah, I don't think it's like everything's a 20.
Right. Okay. I think that's
Yeah, like I
really
don't
fair.
scream when someone touches me or whatever.
Okay. Do you remember when it really did kind of control you? Do you
Oh
do you
yeah.
have really memories of like how hard some of those things used to be for you when you were, say, under 10?
Well, yeah.
You
Yeah,
do.
like I used to like I throw rocks at kids. Like I threw rocks at one kid because his name was Stone.
Okay. Yes. But sitting still is very hard for you,
Oh
but
yeah.
the sensory stuff in general, the noises, the touching, the like dirt or slime and stuff like that on your hand. You had a lot of like sensory stuff, and then social social cues were really challenging for you. And you
Yeah,
really
and I
have
feel like
worked
I
hard
got
to grow.
past that. So
Yeah,
now.
you've grown through most of those things. Yeah.
Mhm.
How about your like bluntness, directness, and your like how literal you can be? How do you feel about that part?
I got a filter now, but if I
Do
don't
you?
like you, yeah, if I don't like you, I'm that filter's gone though. Like I'll be blunt as possible.
Okay. And what does that accomplish when you're overly direct with someone?
I'm overly direct with people that like think I'm friends with them or I like them, and then I just am mean so that they know I don't like you like that.
Okay. Does it work? Do they pick up on that cue, or do they just
Yeah,
think you're rude and it's not about them?
they pick up on it.
Okay. That's
I
good.
don't know. They act differently. I don't know if it's because they think I'm rude or they actually think it's their fault.
I think that directness can be a really good approach for sure. Do you know that I think most people that have people that they don't like, or there's parts of people that they don't like, it's because they see those same things about themselves. Do you know that?
Well, yeah,
Kind of,
that's just what I was saying with
yeah.
the
But I mean, that's
people I
kind of a
know.
neurotypical approach to being around other humans as well. That's not so. So I don't think that's as autistic as you think it is what I'm trying to say.
Oh no, it's not because they are artistic. It's just because I see that and I'm like, oh, I used to do that, and I don't like my younger self. And since they're related to my younger self through that way, I don't like them because of that. But for me, it's like I know it's because I used to be like that. Other people are like don't know, or they just like
True.
naturally don't like people
Hmm.
when they don't actually know why.
Hmm.
I know why.
Okay. I think another big difference for you is your like ability to turn off other people's opinions about you. Do you
Oh
have
yeah.
anything you want to add to that?
I think it's not turning off them. I think it's turning on them when I get to like people.
Explain that. I'd say more.
So instead of caring what everyone thinks, and then when they do something that makes me not like them, then I turn it off. It's off until I get to know people, and I'm like, oh, this guy's pretty cool. I'll turn that on. Like, oh, maybe when he says something, maybe that it is actually a problem and I should fix it.
Is, is it conscious like that for you?
Um, yeah.
Adults and peers. So is it that way with your teachers, or do you kind of go into a
I
classroom?
think for teachers, it's on, and then when I don't like the teacher, it's off.
Okay. And how about
I
your,
guess it's the demographic. Like old people, I think it's off and then on.
okay,
And family, it's always on.
is it?
Yeah, I think I don't think there's a single family member that I have it off.
Okay. You pretty well care what those of us that know you intimately care about.
Yeah. Oh, I do have three that are always off.
Okay. Are these your brothers?
Yep.
Talk to me about being a big brother.
Um, it, it sucks a lot of the time,
Okay.
but when it's good, it's really good.
Yeah. They love you.
Like I like when one of them brings a painting and said, "I do this for you." I'm like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." But then the rest of the time, they're like throwing their shoes around and
Right.
jumping on me,
They
and I'm getting in trouble.
they
So,
love you. They love you deeply though. They they look up to you, right?
right?
They like the things that you like,
hmm I don't know why that annoys me so much.
that they like what you like.
hmm
It does really bother you.
I don't know why.
Do
I think
you
most of them, it's because they're like trying to be me or whatever, which they are. But like, if they like a TV show, but I know that TV show is really mature, and I know they haven't seen it. It's just I don't know why that ticks me off so much.
do you think that
I
most
think maybe it's because they're
oldest
being fake,
siblings uh,
so that I like them more, and that's like the exact opposite of me.
I do think that they really are being fake though, or they're just trying to relate to you and
Well, you
to
know,
have something in
they're
common with you.
faking it so that they can relate to me in that. So, oh, I like this show. This guy, my brother watches this show. My brother's cool, but like I know they haven't seen the show, so it kind of does the opposite effect. I feel like, and it's not
Okay.
like it's a conscious decision though.
Do you
Maybe that's my
like them
one pet.
better at like this age, the school age, or did you like them better when they were babies?
Um, I definitely like them more at this age.
Okay. And they're cute as can be.
Yeah, yeah,
You always say he's so cute
he is
or
so cute.
that's that's cute or something.
hmm
No?
Yeah,
Um, I I think it's really like normal, quote unquote, for bit older siblings to not appreciate their youngest siblings. And you have a what is it, a 10 and a half gap between you and Arrow, and then all the way down to 13 and a half years for Sage.
yeah.
Yeah,
So it just says they're different. It's just so different.
yeah. Do you like to babysit?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Unless they're tired, because then they just don't listen to anything. And then
Parenting
they're
is
just tired the
tough,
whole time.
huh?
Huh?
Parenting, it's tough.
Yeah. But also, I can't, like, spank them or anything.
No,
They're, like, you're taking
no,
away
you
the
can't.
disciplinary tool, and it's,
No,
like,
you cannot threaten them in any way, Cash.
mm,
Um, Speaking of discipline, I asked you about lectures versus groundings. We've done all the things in the last 16 years, I feel like. Do you, all the way from like taking away your stuff to, like I say, long lectures. There was at one point we would just make you write an essay on the subject.
oh,
What,
I hated that.
okay, what do you think works for you best? And keep in mind that it's just you, because I think it's different for every kid. What
Mm.
really works and what really sets in.
Taking away my stuff.
That's the least favorite.
Yeah. Because normally that goes on longer than everything else. That's, like, the longest punishment.
you're aware that the goal there is to help you to remove the distractions so that the other things kind of can move more into focus. So if you are slacking on A, B, and C, we take away the electronics and such so that now you
Well,
have
that doesn't do that for me because the whole time I'm just thinking about, man, I wish I had my phone. So I'm still distracted by it.
Do you think that seems to go away pretty quickly, though, if I had to say?
Maybe.
But a couple days, and then it seems like you really kind of get into the groove of not having that as your distraction. And so then your other stuff, you're a lot more present. You seem to be, do you agree?
Yeah.
How do you do with like self-discipline and like personal boundaries and things? Or how do
Not
you
very.
feel you
Oh,
do?
not very well. It depends on what it is. Like I have this like I have the mode where I can like lock in and then I'll do everything. But if I sit down while I'm doing that, and then it goes away.
So you,
Or like if I feel like I was lazy all day, then I'll pick up a broom or whatever and start doing stuff.
so a little bit, you're getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you worried about living on your own in a couple years?
No. No, I'm not really. I'm actually really excited for it.
You think you're capable?
Hmm.
Do you feel like your friends would agree with that in their own lives, like that all 16-year-olds think they can't wait to live on their own?
No,
No.
because a lot of people I know aren't like say, "Oh, I'm not gonna move out right away."
Okay. Are you? You're planning to move out right
Uh,
away?
Um, once I have stuff figured out,
What what are
like
you
I'm not.
thinking about? You're gonna go to college?
Well, yes, I'm gonna go to college. I don't have a say in that.
You have a say in it. I just want you to continue to educate yourself, whatever you think that means. But how do you feel about it?
Um, I'm not like upset that I'm gonna go to college. I just don't know what I want to study yet
Okay.
or what I want to be yet.
You don't?
No.
Are you leaning towards anything?
It's either gonna be something to do with drawing, animals, or the law. I feel like.
Hmm.
I think it's gonna be one of those. Might be something medical. So I guess
What
I
are your
guess
favorites? What's your favorite subject?
favorite
Art?
subject in school that I take is either welding or or no, or band. Welding or band.
Okay. What did you play in band?
Played the trombone
For how many years?
just this year. This is my first year doing
Did you like it?
it. I did like it a lot. I don't think a wind instrument's gonna be my thing, or a brass instrument. But like I think I'd rather do something with my hands, like the piano or something.
Hmm. Yeah,
Because then you could also sing, like you could do two things at once,
sure, sure.
which I
Wind instruments
think,
limit that, right?
yeah, 'cause they take away your mouth.
So do you plan on pursuing music?
As a hobby, probably not academically.
Okay. And then talk to us about your art.
For art, I don't
You
want to.
drank that all already.
Mhm.
Oh, I think that thing is terrible. You're welcome to have mine.
Okay. Um, for art, it's more drawing. Like I'm not gonna be a painter. Yeah, I'm not gonna be a painter. I'd rather do like an animation thing or like a comic thing. But
Okay.
you can pretty well do that as a hobby, so I don't know if I'll do that as a job. Also, I'm not very good, so
Is that true?
yeah. Like I'd have to like it's rare I'm proud of anything I draw. But
Do you feel,
sometimes I am.
do you think that that's typical of new,
Um
of,
no, because I know a lot of people that show everyone there aren't that's like actually good. So like it's you can tell when something's good. When something you make is good, you just might not talk it up as much. Like I think that's the thing people are like, "Oh, I'm not that good," but they don't say I'm bad.
hmm
I
Okay.
would say I'm bad. I wouldn't say I'm not that good. And maybe like like maybe 2 times a week. There's like I know a bunch of people that like 2 times a week people will um like show everyone their stuff.
hmm
Like, oh look at what I drew. And then for me, that's probably like once a month.
Do you think though that there's a correlation between your not caring about what they think also and then your confidence about your art? Like, are you maybe confusing the two?
I think it's for me it's more like, oh, this isn't that good. Like if someone showed this to me, I would be like, why are you wasting my time? I just respect that, I feel like.
Okay.
But like if I
Okay.
make something and someone else showed it to me, I'd be like, wow, that's really cool. And then I'd be like, oh, this guy might think it's cool.
Okay. I get it. I get it. I do think when it comes to expressing yourself in any creative way, most artists are their own worst critics.
Maybe.
And then others, you're probably right, they have an inflated esteem about it, maybe.
Well, so the reason why that is why most people think, or why like most people think, oh, artists don't like their own art, is because they make it, so they know like all the mistakes,
Sure.
so they can see the mistakes in their own thing,
hmm
but it still looks good though.
Right.
So I think a lot of people that criticize their own art is just because they are insecure about themselves and not actually like trying to give value to the art,
Sure.
which I think that's wrong, the wrong way of doing it. But also,
Okay.
people think the Mona Lisa is the best thing ever, and it's like the most boring piece in the Louvre, which
You
I've
would
been
know.
to,
Yeah,
which I've
you've
been to,
been.
yeah.
You know.
But
Yeah.
the good thing about the Mona Lisa, everyone's waiting to go see the Mona Lisa, so I can go see all the cool sculptures and all the good paintings.
Don't you think that's the interesting part about perspective? And like the eye, that art truly is in the eye of the beholder.
No, I think people like the Mona Lisa because everyone else likes the Mona Lisa. I don't
Oh,
think there's like really, I don't think there's really anything special about the Mona Lisa. Not saying I could make something better than it,
sure.
but I just feel like there's other works of art that are literally right next to it in the next room over that no one cares about.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
How
I'd be rolling if in my grave if I like made a really awesome sculpture, then people want to see some lady smile, and I'd be like,
um what was your favorite piece there? Do you
um,
recall?
um, no, I don't remember the name of it, but I do really like um I really like the painting Saturn devouring his son.
I'm not familiar with it,
I
am
don't
I?
think most people are, but like if you look it up, I feel like that even just that painting, even though it's a little gruesome, I feel like that's not better, but that deserves more relevance than the Mona Lisa.
Because it stirs up, it invokes some sort of emotion,
Yeah,
or because of the actual line work, or what are we
I
talking about?
think because like what it represents, and like you look at the Mona Lisa and you see a person, and there's not really history behind it. The lady just wanted a painting of her,
Okay.
but everyone likes it because I think my theory is everyone talks about it because we don't know. A lot of people don't know if it's real or fake.
Sure.
But
there's a whole controversy and lore behind it, correct?
yeah, so that's lore of the painting after it came out.
Sure.
So, but like say Saturn devouring his son is like it's two sides of getting not deep into it. It's the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, or vice versa. Because it's his son. It's Saturn who is like Zeus or Kronos. Like
Okay.
he's like the top dog.
Okay.
And his son's supposed to dethrone him. But while Kronos has the throne, he has a golden age for humanity, and like everything's really good for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So he thinks, well, if my son takes over, that might end. So he has to decide whether to kill his sons to make sure that there's a golden age forever,
Mm-hmm.
or let his sons live and have himself die, and then what happens to the humans. So, like,
I get why you're more interested in that.
Also, sculpting is a lot harder than painting.
Yeah.
Saturn devouring his son isn't a sculpture, but like most of the things that were in the room over of the Mona Lisa were all sculptures.
Mm-hmm.
Not all, but there are a lot of paintings. But the sculptures, I feel like sculptures should be a lot more praised than what they are, because so much harder.
Okay.
But I'm not the one to tell people.
Are you interested in taking some sort of clay ceramic?
I think pottery is pretty cool,
Mm-hmm.
but that would definitely be a hobby. Like I don't have like a passion for it. I don't think. I just think it'd be cool to like make a mug and then put funny words on it or whatever.
I want to ask you what the funniest word is, but I'm a little bit afraid.
Funniest word.
I'm a little bit afraid to ask you that. So
funniest word.
like what when you say I want to put funny words on there, what are you referring to? Body parts and like 16-year-old humor, or like
not like that.
Like more like
not like that.
Inquisitive words.
There is a really funny mug that I like, and it says UNT on it, but so it's a white cup with black letters that says UNT, and the handle is a C.
Cash.
But like that's not like I wouldn't own that mug. I would own a mug that says like
own that mug.
I would own a mug that says like nonchalant on it.
Okay. That's what I was thinking. Like you do have a coffee cup that just says weirdo on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like
Cash.
a coffee cup that says vague on it, I think I would own. Like I just think like random words that have like nothing to do with anything or that nobody says. I think, or I could like make a mug that like looks like a cartoony bomb and then paint it or whatever.
Yeah, that would be fun. They have those. You used to do those mug, or the ceramic places where you paint the. I don't know what they even call those places, like the do-it-yourself ceramic places. You liked those growing up.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, at Mother's Day you used to make me one.
I made you. I think
I have several of those. I have a mug. I have a plate, or like a kind of a collect-all dish.
Yeah. The plate's the only one I like actually remember what it looks like.
It's here somewhere.
But
How are you feeling about summer? What are you going to do? What are you looking forward
What
to?
am I gonna do this summer? Um, oh, I have the goal, like the month goals, like
You do.
yeah, yeah.
You actually set some goals?
hmm I
Okay.
want to. So for two are gonna be like two easy ones, like easier ones, and then two. There's gonna be two a month. So one's a thing you have to do every day, and then the second one's a skill.
Okay.
So
So
I
June's
think
the first month that you'll be all the way out.
so. The first month I think is going to be drinking the water I need every day,
Mm-hmm.
and probably drawing, like drawing every day.
Okay.
And then the next one, you have to keep the old. For me, you don't have to. That's
Mm-hmm.
not like the challenge, but I keep the old ones. So I still draw every day, and I still drink all the water I need. But then so I think guitar would be kind of cool, and that's easier that you could take on the road,
Mm-hmm.
like in the trailer and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Singing wouldn't be that hard, I don't think either.
You're trying to set a goal that you're not going to be limited by what your
Yeah,
day
because
looks
if I
like or
do
your
drumming,
surroundings.
then I have to be at the house,
Right, right, right.
and then I have to do it in like the middle of the day or
Sure.
something. But
Yes.
there was a third one. What was the third one? Oh, one of the lower ones. I being able to hold my breath for longer.
Okay.
hmm
What advantage are you going to have
I don't know. I
being able
just
to
feel
hold your
like
breath? Just setting a
that's
goal
like the
and
same
meeting it.
thing when you like dunk your head in the water. How
Yeah.
long in the ice water? How long can you keep your head under the ice water?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's just more of like a what's that called? Not determination,
Discipline.
discipline. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's more of a discipline thing.
Yeah. I think any of these that's why I always encourage people to start with water, because if you can set your goal and then show up for yourself and meet that goal, then you are going to, now you know you can do it. Now you know you can show up for yourself. You have the self-discipline, and then you can, take on something harder. But breath work in general is good, 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 good for
hmm
you. So, you know, meditative breath work or holding your breath in and out, being able to kind of connect your brain and body in that way.
Yeah, I think also that's like an endurance thing because like everyone always does the summer training, like the exercising over the summer.
Hmm.
I feel like everyone thinks about that, or everyone says they're gonna do that every summer. Like I'm talking about like high school students.
You think high schoolers use summer kind of like the rest of us use New Year's? You mean?
Um,
We're like, I'm going to get in
um,
shape this summer, or I'm going
yeah,
to get in
because
shape this year.
then
Yeah.
because they're
Okay.
like during the school year, everyone uses school as an excuse.
Sure.
And it's like, oh, I don't have enough time to drive, or I don't have enough time to do this. Oh, I have too much schoolwork, so I can't even finish the schoolwork I have. I don't have time to go up the stairs two times.
Hmm. I would encourage you to also keep a sleep cycle.
I sleep, so yeah.
Like if I was
Summer.
as your mom, if I had a goal, a physical goal for you this summer, it would be to be really mindful about your sleep cycle. I think high schoolers tend to, now it's 2 p.m. and they're getting up.
I just always get up by 10. I don't think not in a long time I haven't gotten up at 11. And by get up I mean
No, no.
wake up, not like take a shower or whatever.
Right. Okay, well, that sounds good. I'm just proud of you that you're setting personal goals, and I hope you meet them. Will you let me know if there's something I can do to help you meet them?
Um
No, you want me to just
If
stay
I
out
think
of
I
it.
actually need you to do it, yeah. If
Okay.
it's relevant to you specifically, yeah.
Okay. What else? Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Um, let's talk about raising me.
What about it?
I don't know. You're the interviewer, not me, but yeah, I think it's Mother's Day, so you should talk about being a mom.
Oh, I want to know what you think that you've taught me the most, because I tell you all the time that you've taught me so much about life in general and obviously about parenting and what that really means and all these things. But what do you think you've taught me the most?
How much patience you need to raise a kid?
Okay. Anything else?
Um, I think. Oh, there's kind of like always someone else judging you now. I feel like, at least with me, growing up with me, I feel like I would always like not call you out, but like say you shouldn't be doing that or whatever.
Yeah. You always he you always definitely always keep people, yeah, in check. That's true though. You have no problem saying to me like, why are you doing this, or why are we doing it like that, or
Right.
um
And then
yeah, okay. I think that's really true. Also, you have taught me to care less about what people think. I used to really be too hyper concerned about what other people thought and people pleasing and all of that. And I think that you taught me to um, to care less about that. Also, I think did a you always kind of had your own path, and I was just here to help you support you on that path. It wasn't like my I didn't get to like
like you didn't
force
live
my
through me.
agenda
You
onto
didn't
you
live
in
through
terms of like,
me.
yeah, I didn't. You really have always been your own person and shined your light in your own way that I it wasn't it I don't know how to say that really. Really wasn't about what I wanted you to be. You were going to be yourself, which maybe any child would have taught me that, but I think you were a very obvious example of that. How about being raised the way that you'll have, where we have moved a lot, you've traveled a lot, you go back and forth between your dads and with me. How do you
Oh,
feel
that's made
about that
me.
part?
I feel like that's like people who live in like Alaska. They're pretty used to the cold, and
Yeah,
people who live in like Egypt are pretty used to the heat. And I feel like I'm really. I feel like that's what made me like roll with the punches a lot. Was just moving everywhere and like
hmm
being on the road all the time and like oh people are crashing every night. Wow. I feel like that also kind of not I guess prepared me not yeah prepared me for like the ups and downs like waiting for like your plane to take off for 2 hours or whatever.
right.
Yeah, I feel like that just like made my brain stronger rather than making like my body more like adapted to heat or the cold or whatever.
Sure. hmm You did that though too. You've lived in all the areas.
Mm.
So for those who don't know, he spends the summer with his dad, and his dad travels for auto racing. He's a driver. So when he says so, so it's this competitive lifestyle of which there is heartbreak sometimes. A lot of times, somebody crashes or breaks or this or that, and then that's what you mean, right, Kash?
Yeah.
And then And that was a very adult life you were in there, right? Life is not revolving around the 8-year-old or the 6-year-old.
I think that also is what made me like more blunt, and that's what also made me more like not caring what people think, because like I already had so many when I was going like into, I'm gonna say your like what's it called, your social, like caring about your social life, or not social
Mm-hmm.
life but your social record.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that starts around like fourth grade ish,
Okay.
and
Okay.
by that time I already had like a lot of experiences that like pretty well already told me that what other people, like what people think, doesn't matter, because there's all this happening every day and every night.
Mm-hmm.
I think that
You did. You have a very like unique lifestyle, and that you've seen a lot.
mm-hmm.
And we used to like send you from like my house just on spring break. You would like fly to one state, do a couple days of racing, hit Disneyland, drive north, race some more, go to the snow, and then fly home from Chicago, like all in like 8 days.
Yeah.
Like I mean, that was just like one spring break.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think that has helped you like traveling, or does that get you?
That's make me like, I feel like that's made me, a lot of people don't travel because they're scared of traveling.
Mhm.
I'm not scared of traveling.
No, you've been lots of places.
I'm not like a traveler like, oh, I want to live here for 2 months, then move, and then all that. I'm more like put me down here for a year, let me kind of soak up everything. If I like it, I'll stay. If not, I'll just move. And then, oh, let me spend like a week in Italy or whatever.
Okay.
I'm more like, I feel like that's more of like a tiered down type
Hmm.
of traveler.
Hmm. Yeah,
Like I think I can still get burned out from not from traveling, but more like just not having normal days.
sure.
But I like the car doesn't bother me at all anymore. Like sitting in the car for 20 hours or whatever.
Right, right. It doesn't bother me either. I've always appreciated a long road trip.
I do
Do you think you watch too many screens
probably.
as a kid? I mean,
Oh, as a kid, definitely. There were so many shows, or no, like if it was on Netflix, I watched it.
right.
Even if it was like rated R, I'd be like, "Oh, I'm so sneaky, staying up at night and watching this rated R movie." And then like,
Ha
oh, I really, really like,
hindsight, do you understand why kids aren't supposed to watch that?
yeah, but also like the way I am, it didn't affect me, so I'm just kind of lucky for that.
Hmm. Yeah.
And I think in
I
I think in some ways it made me more like outgoing.
I know you learned a lot from screens. Like you would come home at the summer or whatever and like have some knowledge about something and like, where did you learn this? And it was some, you know,
Oh
no,
yeah.
we don't. He talked to us about how you feel about social media, Kash.
Oh, social media. Like what kind of, like what do you mean social media? Like
Like,
political or like what?
no, no. Like, are you on social media? Do you have an account that you are active on that's under your name?
I I don't like, no. The most I use social media for is to like watch funny videos or just
Right.
talk to people directly.
Hmm.
But I don't like post photos that I need everyone to see. If I
Right.
want someone to see it, I'll just tell them.
Right. Yeah, you don't use social media like your peers. I'm
No,
guessing. Yeah.
no. I
Yeah.
think my whole friend group doesn't use it the same way as everyone else.
Yeah.
Because we kind of just talk and call, and then we'll just play video games together. That's kind of the extent of screens. Well,
Yeah,
not for me.
yeah.
I watch TV shows a lot when I'm like doing homework and stuff.
You spend a lot of times on screens because you were in the car so much as a kid,
Yeah.
or not in the car, but in the trailer, truck and trailer. And then at the racetrack, you were on screens to entertain yourself. I feel like you watched a lot of screens.
I did watch a lot of screens.
Yeah.
But I watched a lot of the same movie I used to be able to watch back to back to back, like 20 times.
Yes. Yeah.
Now I can't do that. Even if I really, really love a movie, I don't like. There was a movie recently I was really obsessed with, and I could only watch it like 2 times back to back. But
how do you feel about the fact that we don't really do screens like that here? Like the TV's never on.
I don't really notice the difference very much.
Okay.
Because I feel like it's not that different. Like if it's less, it's a lot less, but I still see the TV on and stuff sometimes. But really, it's the road trips. Really, it's the road trips that I see it the most. Where it's like, I need my iPad. Don't take my iPad from me. And then I think maybe that's another reason why I not dislike my brothers, but like, I guess more annoyed by them, because that's another thing I used to do.
I don't feel like they're on screens like that.
Oh, not nearly as much as I was, but no, they still freak out when you turn the TV off or whatever. But I think it's gonna get a lot better because we've been doing these like family movie night things.
Yeah, where they're not watching TV like by themselves or whatever. It's like intentional entertainment versus just background noise.
And then like they can ask us and we can explain stuff to them, so they're like actually watching it and it's not just sound. Because like I was watching a show and you told me to watch one of the brothers, so they just came in and just started watching what I was watching, but they have no clue what's happening. Like they come in at the middle of the episode or whatever, and they don't know who any of these characters are, and they're still just sitting there watching it. That's like mind numbing. That's like the mind numbing side of it. Also, can we talk about brain rot?
If you would like to.
So like these like I don't know, like I guess it's their peers more than them watching it, but they know so many like words, like slang words. Like, so brain rot is like right now there's this like, it's like everything's moving, there's explosions everywhere, and it's like someone's talking and then there's a video above them playing like a video game, and then there's like whooshing sound effects and like nothing's, like it's all just bow, 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 bow. And then so all the kids are like really into it, but they're using like modern day slang words like Riz instead of charisma.
So this is a show?
No, this is like the fad right now.
Okay.
Like, and
it's how people are producing videos, kind of?
This is how people are producing videos.
Okay.
And there's like these really like scary adult games, but like the character's a cat, like a cat monster. So they put it in the kids' videos with all these like the words like Riz and Skibbity and stuff.
Okay.
And so now all these kids are running around saying Riz, which is short for charisma.
Sure.
Yeah. And like I think it's so weird, like how bad this has spread. Like there's this thing called like Siren Head, I think it's called, and it's this like big scary like horror thing. Okay. But like YouTubers, like the new YouTubers, like have like pushed it onto the kids, and now Arrow's drawing it. But when it's like supposed to be like a really dark thing. But and then like I don't know. I just think
I'm
it's
glad you can identify that now that there is supposed to be there's limits and age restrictions on content for a reason.
Mhm.
That's the reason you didn't seem to care about at the time when you were
Yeah,
that
no,
age.
and then like, and then again, this is me seeing my older self because I feel like if I was a kid right now, I'd totally be into that stuff because that's kind of what I was into back then.
Hmm.
But it's just so much worse now.
Yeah.
Like they told me to put on a YouTube video, and it's just like it's a toilet with a head coming out of the toilet, and they're just singing the same song over and over again, and there's these cameras.
I'm glad they have you to be able to, in a little bit, like be able to filter what they see because I don't know anything about any of these. I also don't ever turn on YouTube videos for them, so
Right.
I don't know. I'm glad they have you though, Cash, as their older brother to look up
Right.
to teach them how to be themselves. You're really good at being yourself, don't you think?
Yeah, I feel like that's like the overarching thing for this that we've talked about the most.
That you're authentic.
Hmm.
I think you, for your age, I think you have a lot of authenticity to explore still, obviously, as you mature and figure out what you want to be and do and spend your time as an adult. You're obviously going to continue to deepen into that. But for your age and your exposure to things and all the all the things you've had to overcome, I think you have a very good grasp on who you are.
Um,
Can you translate that for them? I can't even say those two words. So what do they say, Cash?
uh, I don't know. I haven't even seen if they're not R-rated. They see like I don't know what those words mean. Like
Okay.
like even me being pretty exposed to that, there's still so many new stuff coming out that I don't know
Yeah.
what
How do you even pronounce that?
Gittel Yang and Bahutigens. I don't know what that means, but like I remember a thing for a while was like phantom tax means like stealing. Yacht means like a big butt.
Okay. I don't think we have to go through these. Do
Like,
we?
but
We don't need to know. I'll just ask you when someone comes home saying something like uh that I don't understand.
I don't know. Um,
Cash, I'm proud of you.
thanks.
I appreciate you giving me an hour and 10 minutes of your Sunday
Does that mean
for
we're
Mother's
done?
Day. Yeah, do you want? I told you it would be an hour, so I don't want to. I don't want to take more than you were expecting, more of your
I
time.
was expecting it to be 2 hours because it's always 2 hours. Like you always get done
A
in
lot of
short
people
order.
take 2 hours. I asked you for 1 hour though.
Oh, any tips for new boys? For new boy
Or,
moms?
yeah, what's that?
I'm
Do you
asking
have any?
you. What?
No,
No,
she's
one of the
asking
comments said
you.
that.
I'm
For
sure
new
she's
boy
asking
mom.
you, Cash. Yeah,
Um,
she's got a little boy. Do you have any good tips?
uh, let them eat dirt because, like, if you see them playing in the dirt and they're like about to eat it, don't stop them because, like they're learning to not do that again. Like, I feel unless it's gonna like dramatically like hurt them, I feel like you should just let them do their own thing. And then also that's gonna boost their immune system a lot. So, that's pretty good.
How do you feel like I rate like on that, on letting you guys
Oh,
kind of
you pretty well let me do whatever I want. Well, not whatever, but you were kind of more like that. But you
hmm
should also, I feel like you should expose the young kids to a lot of different stuff.
hmm
Like trying, like when they're, I don't know how young that boy is, but like if they're like 6, make them play the piano for, like teach them, like have YouTube videos teaching them piano for like just a week and see if they enjoy that. Or go, you know, I guess it depends on where you're at, but like if you're gonna be in a rural area, see if you can get like a friend to like let them like get chicken eggs every day for a week or whatever. So I think
Do
exposing
the
them to a
things.
lot of stuff to like see if they like anything is good.
You really did that. You would try something for a season or a year or whatever it was, and then figure out if you liked it or and you're going to build on it or not. I don't know that there's anything that you've done besides your art that is
That
that stuck really. Yeah,
well,
you spent
theater stuff. I
theater.
feel like.
Yeah, you're good at that. You are very good at that.
Um,
I mean, and you like
I always
it.
liked music.
Hmm. You just
Um,
didn't necessarily always have the like discipline to keep it up. Some of that's really
I don't
six.
know if this counts,
Six is
but
such a fun
like
age.
commentary, like me, not music, but like talking about TV shows and like what's like stuff like that.
Hmm.
That's always been a big thing with me. Like I'm always talking about like, oh, the author did, or not the author, the writer did this to represent that. That's pretty cool, or whatever.
Yeah.
But there's something else I'm gonna say for boys. Oh, really? You should really watch what your kids do online and stuff, because kids are a lot smarter than people think when it comes to stuff like that.
Hmm. Yeah. We thank God Grant is like as techie as he is because you would have pulled the wool over my head 10
Right.
times. Yeah.
Um. Anything
That
else for
that is very
boys?
true. Yeah.
Um. Oh, get a if you can, like if you feel like you could take it on, get a pet. I feel like it's kind of more for children in general, but I think especially for boys, if you can get a pet of some sort that's not just a fish, I feel like that will do a lot of good for them. Like if you're not scared of mice, get them a mouse. 'Cause
Do you feel like that's for like the responsibility side
I
of thing or like
feel
the
like that's a lot
nature's
of
course
things.
thing or the circle of life? Which part of it do you
I
think
think it's a
really?
lot of different things. Like I think a hamster
Okay.
is a really good thing to have. Like I think hamsters are really good pets
Hmm.
for younger like kids because
Okay.
like they get the thing where they have to feed it and water it, but if they forget, it's not that hard for like the parent to do it. You
Sure.
don't really have to clean up after them all that much. You like wash the cage out like once a month. You can
Probably
like play with
more
them.
often than that,
Yeah, you
but
can
yes.
play with them.
They die
They
though. That's
die,
right. I was going to
which
say that
is
too.
like, but it takes like 2 years for them. Like that's their age range. So if you get them when they're like 7, right, and then now they're 9, and the thing just died, that's a pretty appropriate time to like teach them about that. They're
Okay.
not expensive, and if they don't take the death thing that well, you can't just get a second one.
You've
So,
really
and they're
thought this
smart. Like you
through.
can like train. Not like hamsters are pretty smart too, but I was thinking more rats. Like rats are really
Yeah,
smart.
rats are
I
really
really like
smart.
rats.
So are rabbits. Rabbits are smart too,
Rabbits are
yeah.
pretty smart, except for the one we got. We found a rabbit a long time ago, and he would poop where he ate and ate where he pooped. So
We had that thing for like 2 days.
no, we had it for like a week.
It wasn't ours. We
It
found it in the
wasn't ours.
yard.
We found it in the
And
yard. It definitely was domesticated. And really the only reason we kept it was because our neighbor had just put a cage in their yard
yeah,
for free.
yeah, yeah, that is true. We weren't really trying to keep it. We were
No.
really trying to
I mean, of course I
find
wanted
its
to keep
owner.
it as a
Well,
kid.
sure, sure.
Dogs are really
We have a
good.
dog. Yeah. How old were you when you got her?
Oh, when I got Penny, we were in the first El Paso house, so I was probably like
Fifth grade?
12.
Sixth grade?
I would say like no, I was like 12.
Okay.
I think it was late first, no, it was first year at Da Vinci, maybe.
Okay. So yeah,
Yeah,
12. That's right.
but she was really good. She's really good. You just have to like take her to the bathroom. That's the only problem we have with her is that she goes in the house sometimes when you don't take her out. But that's because she can't fit out the dog door.
Yeah.
Like she used to be really good because we trained her to ring the bell on the door, and then we came here and I had to this house and they had a dog door, and it was working for a long time. And then suddenly she couldn't fit in it, like because it's like there's a cabinet right next to it.
Yeah.
So she has this little tunnel she has to go through, and now she can't fit through that tunnel anymore, I
She
guess.
fits through it when she wants to. I
Yeah.
watch her come through it today. Anyway,
But
she's been really good for you.
dogs are really good. I really liked my Great Dane Moose that I got when I was like six, five-ish, four maybe. But that's not a good young family dog. I guess if you only have one kid and you can have time to pay attention to
So
it,
big.
he was so big.
And
Oh yes,
they don't live very long either. They don't. They
they live
really
like
large.
9 years, I think, which is short, pretty short for a dog.
If 9. Okay,
But oh,
my
let your
friend.
kids climb trees. That was a big thing for me when I was
You
a kid.
love
If
to
they're
climb
into
a
that,
tree.
don't make your kids climb trees. But I used to climb these big old pine trees we would have in the front yard. But I was just like, I knew when I didn't want to go any higher and I could get down by myself, so I kind of just chilled up there. I never
Yeah.
really fell, I don't think. And we had
No.
this big, like, big green, like, viney tree in the backyard that
Fig
had,
tree.
like, yeah, it had, like, really strong branches, but also vines that were really strong. And I could swing from branch to branch, and that was really fun. Don't let your kids do that, though, unless, you know, they're really good at it, like me. Yes, I am an
Oh,
Elvis Presley fan. I really like Elvis. I don't know really how to
you like
elaborate on that.
music. You
I
like
like
music.
music. I
Period.
like
It,
older
it's
music
always
like
music.
that
Yeah.
though. I don't really listen to like I'll listen to like Bruno Mars, which is he's kind of newer and
But has a very
it's not
old
really
sound.
it's not like the genre for me. It's just the sound. Like
Yeah.
I'm not really genre phobic, which is a thing.
That's a
That is
thing.
the thing. Yeah, people like
There's
I feel like
a phobia
metalheads
for everything.
will be like, "Oh, country music and yeah, country music and feel good music is so baby, and you're not really a man if you don't like Five Finger Death Punch or whatever." But then, like, I'll be in the gym and listening to Lady Gaga because that gets my blood pumping.
Oh, Cash.
But I do, if I had to pick like an era that I liked more, I guess I like 70s music more. I do really like the 70s. I wanted to get the carpet, the purple carpet that has all the shapes and squiggles on it.
Yeah.
But, you know, other people have to buy the house and they have to like it too. And no one else is gonna like that, so I couldn't get
This
the
is true.
carpet.
This is true. When you move as frequently as we do,
And
you have to make some of those
I
decisions for other
know a
people.
lot of people don't like country music, but I don't think country music's bad. I like country music a lot, even
Yeah.
though it's slower. But this thing behind me is a radio and record player, and pretty well the only thing that's on it is country music. But I don't really
The
have
radio station that it picks up, you mean? Yeah.
yeah, because the turntable doesn't work at the moment. But oh, you should. I guess going back to the raising a boy. Um, music's really good for. I think that's kind of more for everybody, but you know, let them listen to different types of music that's like appropriate, of course. But I think music was a big thing for me as a kid. I didn't really talk about it all that much, but I really liked music.
Yeah.
Like I
It
think
was
I
you
watched.
like you entertained yourself with a lot of music and dance and even like little like the cartoons and things that you related to were music based because you didn't talk for so long. I mean, I don't know if that's why, but as a little kid, you really liked music, like under four because you didn't talk back then.
Right. Oh, a really
I
good
mean,
thing
or
for discipline.
a lot. You
Kind of
didn't talk a lot.
discipline. It's kind of discipline. It worked for on me for a little bit, but now it doesn't really work on me. But record your kids when they're doing
Oh,
like when they're
I
throwing
did.
fits and stuff. That worked for me for a while.
Yeah.
Like now now when my mom shows me, now it's just funny. I'll
Yeah,
be like, oh, look at
yeah, that is true.
that
I did do
weirdo.
that. Like when you could calm down and were removed from the emotion of it to let you watch it back.
Mhm.
How your reaction, like especially there one video I still have is during
Doing
homework, and
homework.
and you were having a meltdown about having to do your homework and da da da. Da. I do think though that when comes to boys, but I think it was true for you, and I know it's true for both Arrow and Lane already, is that when they're really starting to have a meltdown, it probably has something to do with their physical body. So they're tired, they're hungry,
Yeah.
they're burnt out, and they just need to go run or whatever it is. All three of the boys that are in school, um, that was always a really good approach, was just, and I tell you that still, if you're feeling like emotional about something or you're kind of starting to spiral about something, go move your body, right?
Right. Um.
But it's food and sleep a lot too, I think. Like what's wrong with you? Really, you're just tired or you're hungry or you're dehydrated even or whatever. And or you need to just go run and be yourself or dance. Dance, be yourself, get all your wiggles out, express yourself, move your body, and then we'll revisit this. Right?
Right.
Okay, Cash, we're gonna be done.
Oh. Okay.
I love you.
Thanks.
I'm very proud
I
of
love
you.
you too.
I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
And I'm very happy that everybody got to know you a little bit better.
I guess I'm happy too.
Okay. Even though you don't care what people think. I think you did a great job.
Thank you. Did you really not like my drink?
No, I really think it's terrible. I'm not a
Oh.
huge I'm really not a fan of Mountain Dew though.
Oh, well, that's why I picked it. You needed something new. We
Okay.
were gonna do root beer floats, but I missed the turn for the Sonic, but the Walmart was right there. So I was like, go. I'm gonna go
Yeah,
get
you went
a
by
soda.
yourself for the first
Yeah, I went by
time.
myself, and I thought the Sonic was further down, and I missed it. And I was like,
Okay.
oh, the Walmart's right there. Let me just go. Let me just go get some soda.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Thanks, Cash.
You're welcome.
I'll see you in
Bye,
a
Mom.
minute. Is it okay if I post this?
No, you have no consent of mine to post this at all, and
Don't say that on here unless you're
you will
serious.
you will hear from my lawyer if you do.
Cash, you're supposed to give consent.
Okay. You can post this to Instagram.
Okay. Thank you, son.
You're welcome.
I love you.
I love you too.